You have probably heard this phrase: the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting a different result. The same thing year after year, month after month, week after week, day after day. The same thing over and over again, but expecting something different than what usually happens to happen. Let's put it into the workspace. It's doing the same things as a team over and over again, but expecting something different to happen. It's in your desire to advance in the workplace and doing whatever it is that you're doing over and over again, but expecting a different result. It happens, of course, in organizations who want to grow and expand, maybe doing the same thing over and over and over again, thinking that something is going to change. But of course, we know that this doesn't just apply in the professional world. It also applies in the personal world. And this could look like maybe approaching parenting the same way and expecting a different result. Maybe it's in how you approach relationships with people, but you expect a different result, even though you're doing the same things. Maybe it's how you approach ministry or leading within your faith organization. You keep doing the same thing and expect something different to happen. How do we get off of this treadmill of insanity of doing things the same way over and over again and expecting that something different is going to happen? I'm submitting to you that the way off of this treadmill is by pausing and choosing to intentionally reflect. Now, I know I lost some of you right there, because when you hear that word reflect, it just seems like this person is doing nothing with their life. It seems like complete fluff. There are pictures of someone just sitting serenely doing nothing. But I wonder if we think that way because of the type of culture that we're in. A type of culture that prioritizes constant action more than anything else. That brings to mind an experience I had when I was assisting a friend of mine who was doing a music camp. And I remember being in the room with all the students who had their instruments, and they were all blowing their instruments. It was a cacophony of sound. And at one point, each person was supposed to come up and play whichever piece for the director. This particular kid came up and he was just playing his heart out on the French horn. And after he was finished, the director said something that has stayed with me, even though it occurred so many years ago. He said, you know, it's important not to mistake activity with achievement. Yo, when this person said this, I was just like, whoa, that's deep. You see, this kid was playing up a storm and playing all kinds of wrong notes. And he was saying, just because you're doing all this activity, don't ever get confused that you have achieved whatever the goal was. Sometimes the most effective thing that you could do with your time is simply to pause. John Maxwell says that when you pause and reflect, that you allow growth to catch up with you, that you are able to evaluate the experiences in your life, the interactions that you've been having, and to get insights from them. Our lives are happening and there are insights and lessons to be learned, but we never stop long enough to gather information so that we can stop doing the same thing over and over again and apply the lessons that we're learning so we can have the lives that we say we want. There's a risk in not pausing and reflecting. One of the risks is that you spend 10, 15, 20 years just going, making the same mistake over and over again, and waking up one day and having a bag of regrets because you never paused long enough to say, what do I need to change? What do I need to tweak or adjust to get to where I want to get to? Regrets. Another result could be burnout. Because if you are constantly moving and doing, just never getting to a place where you can pause, you get to a place where you're fatigued. Where even when you sleep, it just seems like the sleep isn't helping the type of fatigue that you're feeling. When you pause and reflect, it creates a much better environment for you to be able to be creative. And there's so much more. Pausing and reflecting is one of the most powerful things that you can do if you want to advance and grow and achieve the things that you say you want to achieve. I want to invite you to a workshop that I'm doing that's going to focus on this very same topic. It's titled Elevate Your Growth and Well-Being, Harness the Power of Reflection. You're going to be learning about the benefits of applying reflection to your personal and professional life. You're going to leave there with practical tools. There's a goal-setting segment towards the end where you literally get time to pause and reflect so that you can really supercharge your own growth. You're going to get the opportunity to connect with the people at your table because when I do workshops, they're highly interactive. You're not going to have someone just talking at you during this workshop. It's going to be highly engaging. You're also going to get the opportunity to enjoy some good food. Did I say good food? Some good food. Queen Bee's Kitchen is going to be catering lunch for the occasion. I cannot describe it to you. You have to simply experience it yourself. We also have a number of organizations that I'm really excited about, the fact that they're going to be there, and they're all about growth in their particular spaces. You're going to get the opportunity, did I mention, to do some early shopping to get some unique gifts, so not your regular gifts. Queen D's is going to have some delectable delights that you don't want to miss out on in giving this year. And you're also going to get some inspirational merchandise from Deb Talk. So I don't want you to miss this. Grab your friend, grab your coworker, grab your team, grab your family members, and make sure that you are there on when? December 7th. That's Saturday, December 7th. You don't want to miss it. Put it on your calendar, RSVP right now, and make sure that you're there.